Hello viewers and welcome to another exciting James May's Planet Gin video. In this one I've been charged by Lucy Brown to try some rivals gins. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm equipped with some parcels, a standing knife, other types of knife are available except they aren't really, and some shot glasses. Now I know what some of you are thinking, well you're going to be horribly biased because you are James May and in fact you make your own gin and of course you're going to prefer your own, and yes, you're absolutely right. Anyway, let's crack on with the first parcel. No clue at all on the outside what it might be. Here's the little tag that you pull off. I love that noise, I love doing that. And it's a bottle. It's, oh, Diddley Squat Farm. Well, interestingly enough, you might find this surprising, but I've never tried this. He's obviously not intending anybody to actually drink it, have they? How odd that Jeremy Clarkson, who struggles to open a door sometimes, would make something he likes so much, i.e. drink, so I don't mean anything by that, he just likes having a drink, as we all do, so impenetrable. You'd almost think he'd styled it on himself. Now, I don't know if Jeremy actually has anything to do with the flavour of this gin or if he simply asked somebody to make it for him and then he's put his farm's logo on it. Quite a nice label. Hint a hot. That's not even English. Smells like gin. Lemony. A slightly peppery kick on it. What's it got in it? Chilies. We've taken our love of chilies to a whole new level and you'll like it. Just a hint of habanero chilies boosts our gin to life. Pour over ice, add tonic water, and yes, well, we've got that there. Yeah, not bad. Not as good as mine. I will, however, keep it. Right. This is a parcel from Amazon. I'm guessing, this feels like it might have 2 bottles of gin in it. 3 bottles of gin. Wowzers. This one is, I'm not even sure how you say that. Rennais, distilled in England, cultive en France. What's that mean? Drunk in France. It's who? Emma Watson. Emma Watson. Is she the one who was in the Harold Potter films? Does she make it herself? I mean, has she designed it? Does it taste of magic? Or?
It's made from leftover grapes from the family vineyard.
Well, that's a mistake for a start because you make gin with grain spirit, not grapes. That would be a brandy, wouldn't it? Or does it mean grapes are added for flavour? I'll tell you what, let's read the label. Quite a nice bottle. Interesting. Interesting colour as well. Yeah, it's distilled from salvaged French grapes. And sorry, people can't afford cars around here. And tastefully imparted with flavour from local terroir. Earth, that means. Fresh botanicals and hand-picked grapes sourced from Grand Cru vineyards, creating a delicious and unique modern gin that's inspired by the craft produce, people and provenance of Burgundy, France. Wow. That's quite interesting, actually. It almost tastes it has a very faint cognac-y quality to it, but I suppose it would if it's got a load of grapes in it. It's slightly musty, but I don't mean musty as in an old damp book. I mean must as in the trampled grape. Yeah, not bad, not as good as mine. Ramsay's Gin. Is this Gordon Ramsay? I might have mentioned that I beat him in a fish pie cooking contest something like 40 years ago. He must get very annoyed about that when it crops up as it does now and then. Are my bottles this hard to open?
Yes.
Are they? When I open this, is it going to mutter an expletive because it's Gordon's? Let's see. Simple bottle design, screw top. I'll dignify Gordon with a fresh shot glass. Smells like gin. Oh, slightly shampooey. Well, that's the second time I've beaten Gordon. Weird. Still, my drinks trolley's going to be well stocked, isn't it? Oath Gin, vacuum distilled oats spiced with apple peels. Apple peels, made in Finland. Distilled by Nordic Premium Beverages from Project G. Does this have an association with somebody famous?
It's Feltree Bot Essence Gin.
He does driving and stuff, doesn't he? Yeah. The blade in that Stanley knife is at least 20 years old. Good pop. So this is finished, so I would expect it to be taciturn. They don't say much, the Finns. They tend to just go, yes, oh. Oh, is that? No, it's perfectly clear. Has a slight licorice or aniseed on the nose. Bloody hell. And on the throat. Do you remember, actually I'll ask my crew, do you remember licorice torpedoes? You're probably too young for licorice torpedoes. They're one of those sort of post-war austerity sweets that we used to eat back in the 1970s. It's reminiscent of those, slightly sugary and very licoricey. Actually, I quite like that. I'd like one small gin and tonic made with that. I wouldn't want it to be a session gin because I think it would become too, you know, it's a bit like labouring an analogy in a way. But it's quite nice, but it's not quite as nice as mine. Right, this is the last one. Oh no, this one doesn't have the tear strip. Yes, it does, but they've put sticky paper over it. What's the point of that? I wonder what it is. It's a bottle. I hope it's gin. Oh, this is Great Bustard Gin. Now, I've not tried this yet, but this is made by Hugh, who makes the gin for me. I mean, I come up with daft ideas like Asian parsnip, but if you've seen any of the other videos, you will know it's Hugh that actually makes them work and gets the proportions right and suggests the botanicals and so on. So obviously he's an ally in this great gin adventure, and I need him. And he's a very clever man and quite an unusual man. He spends a great deal of time in a shed that never ever warms up. This also is, there's a cause behind this gin because Hugh is very interested in wildlife preservation, particularly the great bustard. He's a member of a society that goes and tracks them and records their numbers and all that sort of thing. Very light, very fresh. Oh yes, that's got breadth and depth. Yes. Excellent.
Do you want to rank them?
Marks out of 10.
10, 10, 2, 2, 1.5 to 2, 2.
Call to actions?
Stop haranguing us. Subscribe, subscribe. It's pathetic. Don't subscribe.